How's it going, my fellow epic gamers? Welcome back to another epic video here today, and today we're back on some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Yes, the rumors are true. I am playing more Literature Club. I took a short break from last time I played this. About 2 hours or so. I went to go get a bunch of drinks. I got water and chocolate milk sitting right next to me because I know reading for an hour straight kind of makes my throat die just a little bit. But we're back on Doki Doki Literature Club, and it is time to continue the epic journey of Mr. Bendover, who was, hint, you can use skip button to fast forward through text you already read. Thank you very much. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. We'll see how Bendover's doing with all these beautiful women next to him. I catch a glimpse of her cover over a book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. Ooh. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. You gotta just not be, like, you know, creepy about it. And also, I turned the music down because I noticed in the recording, the music was kind of really loud compared to me, so I turned it down. So, hope you guys are okay with that. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, but how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean, what? I just happened to buy 2 of them. Okay, how do you happen to do that? Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yui isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yui closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled A Portrait of Markov. Ooh, sounds pretty fancy. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. She's considerate, unlike some other people I know. Just spoil everything. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from human experiment prison. Oh, the crazies are coming after her. And while her life is in danger, she might need to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of, that's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came out of nowhere. Ah! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Bendover? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things, so she's kind of like the creepy girl that's kind of into like really dark stuff. Got it. Also, ignore that voice crack. It never happened. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kinds of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you were related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. You know, some stories that you actually, like, understand and side with the villain, those are the best stories. So, I appreciate that. I'm rambling, aren't I? Just a little bit. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Don't we all? We just ramble. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. You've already said plenty of things that are strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Exactly! See? You're just passionate, and passion is good. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. I want to. Aha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. Give book right now. I quietly, oh my god, I can read, guys, I promise. I am kind of tired, but that's okay. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine. I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Oh, you're not used to a man being next to you? I see. A big, beefy man named Bend Over. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book, and she's just dead staring at me. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Oh! That's nice. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's put against Yuri's, then hold my book more in between the two of them! I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Ooh, it's getting kind of steamy. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ooh, she's gonna turn it for me. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page, Yui slides it under her thumb, and it flips to her side. But I'm holding it like this. We're huddled even closer together than before! It's actually kind of distracting me. Don't look at the honkers. Don't look at the honkers. Whatever you do, don't look at the honkers. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yui's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? For what? To turn the page. Oh. Damn. Okay, girl. Just tease me like that. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finished the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition! That's how you gotta do it. Don't let anyone boss you around. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb's gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh. Uh-oh. You think so? How does she? Well, she has giant tits. No. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But bend over? That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. You fucked up, Ben. You fucked up. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really don't know you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Oh. How's she gonna take that? What are you saying all of a sudden? Oh shit, Monica! Okay, everyone, fucking cockblock. I think it's about time we share poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. I was, about to, get together with her, but that's okay. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ow, bitch! Alright, I guess I'll do some reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left in the book, and then I slip it back into my bag. We're making moves on all these girls, aren't we? Who should I show my poem to first? Monica. Always Monica. Monica is bae. Hi again, Bendover. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Maybe I will. Who knows? I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Exactly. See? Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. She just says alright. Great job, Bendover. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. I bet you were. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. The way you stand like that, it's gonna make me act up, Monica, so you better fucking stop. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. That is very true. I can never pick up on that, ever. I would never be able to write like that. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nonsense. Yes. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I do. Give it here, ho. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise? Is that what this is? We're just gonna go with it. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Okay, I gotta get my hair out of my face. It's kind of just all up in my eyeballs. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a... What the fuck word is that? On a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. I'll load you up, Monica. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I love it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how the space words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what's it about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. Oh, am I about to get beat? A poem can be as abstract as physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica, writing tip of the day. Oh, sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Thank you? I guess? No, I don't want to overwrite my save. Go back. Go back. Okay. Alright. You never know, it might change your mind. That is, interesting. Thank you. Or when something unexpected might happen. Wait. Is this tip even about writing? I don't think so. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. This is a horror game, and that kind of freaked me out a little bit, not gonna lie. Who should I show my poem to? Let's show Yuri, since she said she'd probably like this stuff. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Bend over. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques were worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a great job explaining. I really wanted to try and give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being approached like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated about my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? No, you're like a god at writing. There's no way. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. I wouldn't laugh at you. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you? Oh, if it's with me. Oh, okay. It happened... Wait. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was sticking bread to the guilty sack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I watched my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the... That's a raccoon. I hope that says raccoon. A piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon... Holy shit, I can barely read any of this. Am I just dumb? Can I just not read? The instance its place reflects that much. You know, you guys can pause and read this. I kind of give up. I can't really read this anymore. So, here you go. You can pause that and read. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. I can't either. That's right, I can barely read it. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep myself. So, I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me? Don't you have anything like that, Bend Over? My name is fucking Bend Over. Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. No problem. Who should I show my poem to? Let's go Natsuki. What up, bitch? How's it going? I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you're a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. I fell flat? Okay, bitch. I will throw you out the window right now. Fucking 50-pound ass. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. You know, I can relate to that just a tiny bit, I guess. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. There it is. She likes cute things. Cute everything. Yuri's head over heels with all the cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all the deep meaning is just an excuse to not have a meeting at all. You know, that's a good way to look at it. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion's the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Alright, fucking narcissist. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Alright. Amy likes spiders. You know what? I heard about Amy. Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Damn! She is really going off on her friend Amy, isn't she? What did Amy do to you? Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. It was just warming up. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. You don't like Amy, and you don't like spiders? I doubt I'll have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And if it helps you realize how stupid they're being, like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about everything. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. You know, true. Everyone likes what they like, so just don't judge anyone. I'm literally playing a fucking anime dating game right now, and I'm enjoying it. If you judge me, I will eat your family. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Of course. You. It's not like I would judge her or anything. You already do. A lot. Remember that tit comment you made in the last episode? Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should not be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behavior and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing, why the fuck did I say waiting? If her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. Is that what? It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless she's a good message to take away from it. Why can I not read all of a sudden unless there's a good message to take away from it? And my voice is cracking. This episode's going to shit! Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. I already am. If that means the last one. Sayori. Hey, girl. How's it going? Ooh. I like this one, Bend Over. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Still, though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one. I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Bend Over. Are you sure? I don't believe that. I don't know why. I'm just getting the vibe that you're lying to me right now. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out poems are good or bad, but that's just why I go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, it must be a good poem. True? I guess that works. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Oh, I just got fucking told, I guess. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah. Me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself for once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, Sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? You know, I get that. I kind of relate. I like that same thing. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help the rain cloud, give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Ew. Ew, all this mushy stuff. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Bendover. I should go write that down. You can read my poem now, okay? Alright, here we go. I loved her last one because she was like, I'm hungry, I want breakfast, but I pop off my scalp, the lid of the cookie jar. It's always about food, isn't it? It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put in the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. And bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle, a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Ooh, poet. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Dinging and dinging, scrapping and scrapping. I blow dust off the bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. Damn, she's a fucking rapper now. My empty shelves could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in comes my friends. And they come in such hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each other and every friend, each and every bottle. Every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. In shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be far from my friends who aren't smiling. They all shouted, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. That's not as good as the I want breakfast one, but that's okay. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently, cause you love me. Is that why? Am I just that irresistible? I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Don't ever change. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, come out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understanding my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? About this, huh? I hope you're keeping up. I hope you keep it up. Brain, work, come on, read. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Haha, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I don't like that comment. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Is that foreshadowing? I don't know. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to seem pessimistic. Alright, it is time for a drink of water now. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? Yes, we are. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do you really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. Did you not tell us? We're going to be performing. Performing what? Performing? Monica, Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Oh, great. This is going to go amazing. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite the poems too. Ciardi's putting it all on posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Ehehe. Ciardi, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. Well, it kind of is. I would not want to do that. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? Exactly, yeah. She didn't even really talk to us about it or anything. She was like, you guys, stage now. It's okay, she's hot, so I'll let it slide. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never, in my life, do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poem out loud for a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. Oh, damn, we're still doing it? We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event, and each of us put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better. We'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's all about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself. Finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? Well, I was kind of dragged here, like, at gunpoint, so I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room with 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any argument left. Ooh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over it. Get it over with. Alright! Phew! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh, gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to recite it in front of strangers? Good point. Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is Why They Fly. Ahem! Monica begins reciting the poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She is pretty sexy. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has the intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. I think I skipped something about that one chick. I can't remember her name for the life of me. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. Huh. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Saturday? I'll go next. Ooh, Yuri's stepping up to the plate. Awa! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Affirmage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens, Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. Wow, she's really into it. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri recognition she deserves. It's not like we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. She fucking passed out after that. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops up on the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ha. Sorry, I giggled. Ehehe. Sayori! It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made at a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheesy like Sayori is. It's sincere and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't mind much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe that is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Yeah, you did it. Good job. Good job, Sayori. Even Bend Over liked it. Oh, I love that. Even Bend Over liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nice, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Ooh. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. You're gonna have to get used to it. You're gonna have to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Bend Over. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Bend Over lower everyone's standards a little more before I have to do... Damn, shots fired. I will throw you out the window too. Oh wait, no. Yeah, you're going out the window, bitch. Natsuki! It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection to what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I would lose my shit if I had 4 beautiful women just staring at me as I was going to read something. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finished, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that you'll improve over time, though. Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, bitch, get up there. I want to judge you. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki, what the fuck? Bree grudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Well, why are you all looking at me? Where are we supposed to look? 'Cause you're presenting, of course. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Simple. I like it, but I don't like you. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. Sour! While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if given life to a poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. I guess it is kind of true, because your friends judge you way more than everyone else. That's a surprise, Nasuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about at the festival. Yeah, she's got it down. She'll probably do good. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have the idea of what you like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort in the club. It makes me really happy. You make me really happy, baby. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write the poem for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori or Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and Monica, and impressing Monica, yeah, see, great minds think alike, then I'll just have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always getting home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? I'm not dating Sayori. I want you, Monica, and only you. Geez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Bendover, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I only have eyes for you, Monica, baby. I woke home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something earlier. I like how we get to... I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, you already asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? I would walk home with her. Yuri's kind of sexy. You're kind of putting me on spot here. Well, I'd walk home with Yuri. I would stay home with Sayori. How do I answer this? Because, like, I like Sayori. She's kind of like a Sayori. I'm probably saying her name completely wrong, but that's okay. My channel. Deal with it. My video. But honestly, I'd probably go with Yuri. I know this might crush her heart. I'm sorry. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just asked. Or said. Aha, you admitted it! Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you. Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is going to replace you. If you say so. I don't like where that's going. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? I think we need to check up on her. Oh no. Okay, we're writing another poem. Voice crack. Existence. Suicide. Scars. Swimsuit. Fester. Misfortune. Frightening. Uncanny. Ambient. Malarkey. Havensmint. I'm just doing the big words because I know she likes those. Variance. Dazzle. Climax. Oh, Climax and Monica's over here. Starscape. Hopeless. Ephemerage. Doki Doki, I have to do that. Milk! Wait, Bouncy was an option? Give me fucking Bouncy. Incongruent. Effulgent. Sensation. imagination, and disaster. There we go. Going after Rui. Rui? Why do you... Yuri. What? My brain is just dying this game. I'm sorry. This game is murdering me. Hold on. Quick water break. My throat's starting to hurt again. Thank you for your patience. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again? Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Ahahaha. You must be a little... You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all you guys. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help me in the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. Bipolar? Question mark? I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but the whole day of the school when we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You know, that makes a lot more sense. That makes so much more sense. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Oh no, squid? That's a pretty specific thing to be looking forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say that. I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Ooh, because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event from now on, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's. Anyway, her name just gets more and more hard to pronounce for me. I don't know why. Excuse me. Where is Sayori now? Sayori? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I waved my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. She's got some problems going on. We need to help this woman. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. That's the fakest smile I've ever seen. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. No! Help this woman! I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they're being prepared for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Bend over! What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast recently. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Really? Really? Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber racer up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised. I'm not the one asking you, bend over. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Is she mad that I'm going with, like, all the other girls? I feel bad. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Ooh? Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. You know, you're not wrong. Me? That's what I'm thinking. How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not like any different now than it always been. You're so funny, Vendover. And you're so sexy, Monica. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how it is when she's around you? I never thought of that. Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Ah, alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and not to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Yeah, I am kind of worried about her. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Clearly a lot. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Oh god. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over the book, but she looks away so quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone to start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. Hi, Yuri. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell what I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. You know, I believe that. I actually do. No, that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your trouble are only the concern of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you'd prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen. Ah, it's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Oh my god. Oh no. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Bend over! The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, you read way too much. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what she may be going inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess so? But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deep into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Pussy. Sometimes you gotta assert that eye contact, assert your dominance, stare her down, make her look away. That's how you do it. A person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings that weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. We should, you know, get really close together, put the book, maybe, you know. I shouldn't be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Actually, please do. I would love some. Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in and at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Ah, I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Are you getting jealous? We're just... Yuri was gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. Are you sure? Are you jealous, Monika? Are you jealous that Yuri might take your spot? Because I only have eyes for you, Monika. Baby, please love me. That's kind of one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monika, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell there's something wrong with helping involve... Wait. Hold on. Brain, reset. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve bend over in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, bend over. Ah. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Ooh. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so... irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but... It's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. Bend over. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it out to seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. A thunder hurricane? Is that what that said? Ah. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would that be? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Bend over. I really like being friends with you. Ahahaha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah? Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk towards the nearest water fountain. Once we fill the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. That was quite the moment. We're about to get it on. Bend over. Do you like Kolong tea? Ah, yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less of when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Oh! Why did I read it like that? It was like hoo-hoo, but I said, oh! I don't know. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. And it turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. Is it getting hot in here, or is it just Monika? I don't know. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me. Bend over. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Bend over. I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. I wonder why. Totally not anything to do with those massive honkers you got there. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Yeah, I really wonder why. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes! Totally, that's what she's gonna say. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Saryu's candy radar. I take it since it will go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall and teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand that's not looking at the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Ooh. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading and not her massive titties. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my leg and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish open the wrapper. You can always have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudge on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading it. But as a result, her left arm practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy, pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place a chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Bend over. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah, friends. Just let me smash already, please. I beg you. Then you don't need to stop or any... Oh? I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lip, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Monica, you cockblock. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Bend over, you can help. Yuri put the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without as much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Damn, it was getting kind of steamy in there, but I'm going to go ahead and save. We will go right here. And that is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you guys all so much for watching. This is getting intense. We had Yuri down. We were feeding her chocolates and everything. I had my, she had her arm on my leg, which is, close to close to something else. I almost touched your chest. It got really steamy. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are all absolutely amazing. If you're enjoying this, drop a like and also subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every single time that I post a video. Because if you hit that bell, you'll never miss a single one of my videos ever again. Ever again. So hope you guys all stay safe, stay healthy, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys all later. Make sure you really drop a like if you're enjoying this series, because I'm actually really enjoying this game, and I kind of want to know if you guys are too, because it's a very different game than what I usually play. But hey, I would say give it a shot, because I've always heard amazing things about it, but I've never played it myself, so I thought, why not play it? So here we are playing it. So I love you guys all, and I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye. What the fuck? Okay.